Oh, it's going to be quiet now. What up, everybody? We'll get started in just a minute. Give it about another minute, and then we'll get started. What's today? Today is the 18th. Wait until that thing hits starting streaming at 5 minutes ago, and then we will begin. Alright, 5 minutes ago started, so we'll go ahead and begin. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob, and welcome back to another live stream, which means another national championship here in our South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty. And in case you didn't know, unfortunately the Gamecocks did not make the national championship. If you saw the community tab, we lost in the semifinal to the Oregon Ducks, and unfortunately I cannot show you that game because I accidentally deleted the footage for it. So that was a bummer. I hate that it happened. It was a good game, but I couldn't find it. I can't get it back now. I already dumped my recycle bin, and it was in there, and we just lost it, which is a little unfortunate. Here's how it went down. I'll show you the bracket so you can see. We lost that game 35-28, so it was actually a close game going into the end. It was back and forth, but Oregon was able to pull it out in the end. They were up 21-10 at half. We brought it all the way back, and we just couldn't hold on for the victory. We tied it at 28, and then they scored the final touchdown. Kevin Farmer for them, their quarterback is absolutely insane. He had another good game, 4 touchdowns, 251 yards passing for the Ducks. As far as their other stats, DeMarcus Horn, who we'll see today, is an amazing halfback. And then we saw Sidney Azur, their tight end, had a good game. Juan Jamerson as well. And then they did have an interception off of us early in the game, which also kind of hurt. As far as our team, it was the usual. Athia Kilgo was pretty good, 31 for 40, 236 yards, did throw the interception, did not throw a passing touchdown for us. Rushing the football, I thought Dora did okay. 2 touchdowns, Kilgo added another one in the red zone. And then receiving, Sony Dora led the way, 8 catches, 48 yards. Other than that, Oregon did a very good job at stifling our passing attack. Nobody really else stood out in that regard. And then defense was the usual. We got only 2 sacks, though. I would definitely say that Andy Everett, our Heisman Trophy winner, who got hurt in the quarterfinal game against Iowa, was definitely missed. Yes, Dave Kiernan had a sack, but it wasn't the same. They're able to just kind of work our defensive line down. The only other guy with a sack was, of course, Angel Casey. So that's how it went down for us. So Oregon made it, and on the other side of the bracket, you can see Georgia just destroyed Texas Tech 42-24, setting up a heavyweight national championship between the Oregon Ducks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Oregon, last year's national champion, back at it again. They've won 2 of the past 7 national titles, so they're kind of the modern dynasty. They've been the dynasty, no pun intended, of this series. Well, Georgia won a national title just 3 years ago, trying to win another one. So we'll go ahead and we'll watch the game and see what happens in the national championship. This will probably also be the final national championship in this dynasty. I thought year 8 was going to be the conclusion of this series. I wish it would have concluded in a national championship game for us, but unfortunately it will not. So we will say goodbye to the South Carolina Gamecocks. Probably have 1, maybe 2 more episodes after this national championship, but this will be the final gameplay that you see in this series. So let's just jump into it, and we'll watch it and see what happens. Oregon and Georgia. This is a close matchup. I think this one will go down to the wire, but I do have the Ducks winning back-to-back national titles. It just makes sense that to close this dynasty out, the one team that's been probably the biggest dynasty in the series, in the Ducks, get another one. But it'll be close. We'll have them just rock their normals, their past dynasty or their past national championship games. I have them rock some different unis, but we'll just have them rock their normal ones this time. The Georgia, they just have their normal set. So let's get into the national championship, shall we? And there is the trophy. We're here at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. 2 big power conference teams going at it this year. There's no Cinderella. Western Kentucky was in it the past 2 years. They didn't make it this year. Instead, it is Oregon and Georgia going at it. The G versus the O. The OGs, shall you? That was a little corny. My apologies. Both teams look ready. Number 10, Georgia went 12-4. Number 1, Oregon went 14-1. Only lost 1 game all season to get to the national championship. Who will be the final national champion in this series? Let's not waste any more time. Well, actually, let me move it to slow. Here we go, kickoff. Looks like the Ducks will be kicking off first, and we're underway with the 2032 College Football National Championship The Dogs will start for the football. It's returned out to the 14. And here comes their offense. You can take a look at the stats. Expect a lot of offense, a lot of passing in this game, but both defenses are really good as well. Georgia's led by sophomore quarterback Ron Tufts, who was named to the first SEC team this year. He is one of the best quarterbacks they've had in quite some time, but he puts the football on the ground on the first play, and thankfully for him, it's picked up by his offense. As Mitch McCoon, the freshman, dives on it. Oregon has a really good pass rush. We learned that firsthand, but they're backed up 2nd and 17. As it's a quick pass and it's dropped. Now it's already 3rd down for the Dogs. They take the snap, Tufts to the air, got a man in his face, got to get rid of it, he takes a sack! That's a safety! Not the start you want if you're Georgia. It's 2-0 Oregon. And they get the football back. They'll start off with good field position, as this one's going to get to about the 32. And that'll bring out the Oregon offense, led by arguably the best quarterback in their school's history, maybe even better than Marcus Mariota, Dylan Gabriel and company. It's Kevin Farmer, the senior, who has records in both passing yards and touchdowns for the Ducks, trying to win back-to-back national titles. Play fake on 1st down. Farmer just throws it out of bounds. Second and 2, this time just to give. Here's DeMarcus Horn, who had 1,200 yards this year on the ground. He picks up 3 on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and 7. As Farmer quick up the seam, and it's broken up. Good defensive play by Baraka Starr, the first team SEC corner on the outside, and Oregon will punt it. So here comes the second drive for Georgia, the 10 seed this year. They beat Baylor, NC State, and Texas Tech to get to this national title. As here's the first completion of the day. It's a 5-yard completion to the junior tight end Rashad Veal. Second and 5 empty, another quick pass, and it's broken up again. Oregon's ready for the quick passing game, it looks like. Now 3rd and 5. Tufts to the air, underneath, and he's actually going to be sacked. Kyle Tobin right around the edge. Brings him down. The freshman from 4-star from Sandy, Utah. Whoops, don't want to do that. Jump to the end of the game. Hit the wrong button on accident there. So Oregon gets their second drive. It's actually a handoff. It's a delayed handoff for a gain of 4. Oregon, the 1 seed, the Big Ten champs this year, beat Washington and South Carolina to punch their ticket to back-to-back national titles. As there's a handoff on 2nd down, back-to-back runs for Melvin Silver. And it's another 3rd down. To the air goes Farmer. Pressure, throws it short, it's dropped. That's Baraka Starr again in coverage. As both teams now with 2 drives, and nobody's picked up a 1st down yet. For 4 drives into this game, we're barely over 4 minutes in. Handoff 1st down. That was a big hole for Marco Adai, the sophomore. And a motion here, and they'll just get it off. It's the short pass. We saw Georgia do a lot of this year, but Oregon with a nice tackle. Good job by Kyle Tobin again, the freshman all over the field. And 3rd down is deflected. Another punt. 5 drives, no first downs. Again, off the play action. Farmer, some pressure. He's sacked. Number 20 leads the way for Georgia. That is Jose Caraway. His 3rd sack of the season. And I said it might be an offensive game. This is definitely like a defensive showdown. 2nd and 17, big blitz. Trying to screen, but it's read perfectly. Oh, Rico Brown, the Troy transfer outside. It's 3rd and 22. This doesn't look like will be another first down. Blitz again, up the seam though, and it's caught! There's a 26-yard strike. I think that was caught by number 82. That's Rafael Davis. First team Big Ten wide receiver, and we finally have our first down of the game. Handoff here, Silver up the middle. He picks up 5. Rico Brown, the Troy transfer again with the tackle. And Oregon's teams finally crossed the midfield line. Again, up the middle. Third and 1. I would run it again if I was Oregon. Bring a man in motion. Got to worry about the clock. It's a lot of movement, a lot of direction, but it gets them the first down. And we have our first sustained drive of the game. Another give. Oregon leaning on the ground game a lot this drive, as there's a gain of maybe 2 for Silver. 5 carries, 15 yards. So the air goes Farmer, short, caught, first down. 3rd first down of the drive. That was Cesar Bravo, who has 900 yards coming into this game. And somebody moves. It's actually going to be on Georgia, looks like. Neutral zone infraction on impact defensive end, Devin Keys. Play fake now after a lot of runs. Farmer trying to open it up, and it's incomplete. A lot of bodies in that area. Second and 5. Farmer, short, first down. Bravo again. Or Bavaro, excuse me. And now we have a red zone trip for the Ducks. Give up the middle, squeezing through, picking up 6. Second and 4, give up the middle. They give them the first. They will not. It's just shy. Big 3rd down. Oregon on the doorstep, but you got to get the yards. If you get a first down, this could really almost guarantee a touchdown. They run it, and it's not going to work. In the backfield quickly, number 94, Paul Maije, the former 5-star from Sewanee, Georgia. And Oregon will settle for the field goal, which is up, and it is good. It is a 5-0 game here early in this one. Nick Putasi, the kicker. So we got a funny score here in the national title. And we'll see how Georgia responds. Only down by 5. They have yet to get a first down today. It's Tufts looks to throw, scrambles out wide, tucks it, runs, and he picks up 4. Tufts looks a little rattled. Maybe the stage a little bright for the sophomore. Swing pass, second down. It's read perfectly. Greg Monk, the senior corner, with the tackle, and it's another 3rd down for Georgia. Will they snap it before the end of the quarter? They will not. So that'll bring us to the end of 1. And Oregon leads this one 5-0. That's 0 yards of offense for Georgia. Wow, what a dominating quarter for the Ducks. And we'll see a 3rd down. Let's see what Georgia was able to cook up with a little extra time. Tufts goes to the air, looks towards the sideline, and that will not get it. I don't even know if he got a foot in bounds. They'll give him that, but it'll be a punt regardless. And Oregon will get the football back. Handoff, first down. Nice cut back lane. There's Horn with a nice run. Second and 2. Handoff up the middle. First down. 4 carries, 22 yards for DeMarcus Horn, senior. Another run here, and Horn sheds 1 tackle, but he won't get anywhere. Put down by Keys. Second and 10. Delayed give again. Horn, though, quickly into that line. It's a 3rd and 9. Empty. Farmer will go to the air. Rolls to his left, keeps his eyes downfield, and just throws it away. Another punt. So every drive besides one has ended in a punt. This one will be booted back, and it'll go through the end zone. Play fake, Tufts, pressure, sack. No, he gets out of a snow. He actually trips over a lineman. They're going to give the sack to number 93. That's Ben York with his 6th on the season. Tufts got away, but then tripped over a down lineman. It's a loss of 11. Tufts across the middle. This one's caught. Ben York is hurt on the play as well. That could be a big loss for Oregon, who just got a sack out of the man. Nice 18-yard completion. Now you got a 3rd and 4. As Tufts goes to the air. Short, incomplete. Another 3 and out. Oregon's defense has not allowed Georgia to get a single first down today. I don't know why they try to return it, though. They're getting smothered. But still only a 1-possession game. It's 5-0. Handoff, Horn met in the middle quickly. That was Damon Flanagan, who records his 100th tackle on the season with that tackle right there. Farmer keeps the 2nd and 9, and he'll get 4. That was the former South Carolina Gamecocks, Jaleel Griggs, on the tackle. Now it's 3rd and 5. 4-man rush. Farmer, clean pocket, steps up. Oh, he gets hammered, and this one just flies out of bounds. Another punt. Give on first down, run for a die. Picks up 4. Second and 6. It's a quick pass, and Oregon read that play. Eric Cohn that time with the hit. Looks like the Ducks did their homework. It's now 3rd and 6. Tufts to the air, looks short, and he's got his first down of the game. There's a connection underneath. And finally, Georgia can move the sticks. Alright. You crossed that hurdle. Maybe that's just all you needed. It's Tufts on play fake. Looks short. He'll get Veal for 5. Third and 3 for Georgia. Tufts to the air. Another first down. Caught. Nice job. There's 2 on the drive. Bring a man in motion. Veal across. Now goes back. 2 seconds. They hike it. It's a play fake. Tufts under some pressure. Got to throw it away. No, he can't do it. He's sacked Big number 99 is Sateki Fadafehi with his 19th sack on the season. That's a sophomore with 19. This Oregon defensive line is one of the best in the country, and they just caused Georgia to false start now. Right guard Moses Brown gets called for it. This drive that was going so well is all of a sudden you're back to your own 28. Tufts again trying to roll away, and he can't get away. Fadafehi, 20 sacks now on the season. And it's a 3rd and 40. What do you even do if you're Georgia? I guess you're going to throw. Tufts just looks underneath. It's 3. Makes it look like a 4th and 37. I don't even know if he'll punt this past the first down marker. Alright, he does. And Oregon finally calls a fair catch. 3:36 to go in the first half. Oregon does get it at half as well, so the Ducks with a chance to double dip here as they hand it off to Horn on first down. He takes a humongous shot. That was Jose Caraway with the hit. Gain of 5, though. Second and 5 now. Another handoff for Horn. Runs into the arms of the defender. Caraway is there again. It's 3rd and 4. Farmer looks for Horn out of the backfield, and nice job finding him. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. The Ducks got it at the 38 of the Dogs. Farmer quickly enters some pressure, a free rusher, but he gets away. It's good awareness there. Second and 10, Farmer across the middle. Got a man open. This one inside the 10. A nice strike to Sidney Azur, the tight end. You might recognize that last name, Azur. Yes, he is the cousin of Iowa Hawkeye quarterback Oscar Azur, who we saw in the quarterfinal. Goal to go now here from the 8. Farmer looks short. Horn, he's going to gain 2. Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock with 1:17. If I was Oregon, I wouldn't want to stop the clock here. That'd be burning time. I don't want Georgia to get the football back. As Farmer looks for the end zone, and it's caught! What a touchdown grab! Cesar Bavaro in the back of the end zone, his 12th of the season. And we have our first touchdown of the afternoon. As it will be a booth review. It was close, it looked like. And it will upheld. So 11-0 currently your score. What a grab by Bavaro there. And the kick is up, and it is good by Nick Patasi. And we have a 12-0 game here. Georgia, they get 1:14 to do something with it, but Oregon does get the football to half. So if you're the Dogs, you would need to score here, preferably a touchdown, but you got to start your own 15. This team's only got 2 first downs today. Toughed up the seam. Oh, we had him, but he overthrew his man. Rashad Veal was there. Now 2nd and 10. Tufts has a man underneath. He's just going to throw it that way. He gets a first down. Nice job turning up field. I think that was Rashad Veal with it. It's out of bounds. 1:03. Tufts. This one's intercepted. It's picked off by number 0. That's Eric Cohn, and he's going to take it for a pick 6. 31 yards. Actually, Greg Monk, sorry. Thought it was Cohn. Cohn is number 5. But Monk's 2nd interception of the season, and Oregon now leads 18-0. And this has turned disastrous for Georgia. He threw it right to him. 19-0. We have a 3-score game here. Oregon just looks so dominant. I mean, if you're Georgia, you got 53 seconds. You kind of have to get aggressive again. You can't just ride 19-0 into the half and be satisfied. So Tufts will throw it. And this one's short, caught. They'll burn their first timeout. Second and 4, Tufts up the seam, and that one's knocked away. Beautiful defense. That was Greg Monk again, getting his hand on it. And now you gotta be careful. 3rd and 4, Oregon can call a timeout if you don't get it. They throw it short. Okay, that's a big first down. That was Kevin Rusnak, I think, number 89, who moves the chains. 1st and 10 up the middle, and that one's incomplete. Try to find Timmy Cockerham. Oregon's secondary has had blanket coverage all day today, except on the underneath stuff. 2nd and 10, he steps up. Tufts can run. We haven't seen this today, but he picks up a first down, takes some contact. Georgia will burn their last timeout, though. So if you take a sack, you got to hurry back to the line. This Tufts looks quickly up the middle, incomplete. Can't hold on again. That was Jamison Figueroa, the 2nd-team All-American, who couldn't bring it in. 2nd and 10, Tufts backs up, fires up the middle. It's dropped. He's not getting any help, though, from some of these guys. I know it's blanket coverage by the Ducks, but you got to bring in the football. That's 2 good throws that weren't caught. Now you're 3rd and 10. Tufts just throws it away. It looks like they'll just try to take this to half. We'll see how aggressive Oregon gets. I'm sure the Ducks will be satisfied, though, with a 19-point lead. Yeah, I think they'll probably just knee it. Or at least run it. Yeah, they will. Run it up the middle. Horn will get maybe 7, and that'll take us to the end of the half, where the Oregon Ducks lead 19-0 over Georgia. A dominant first half performance by Oregon. Honestly, Western Kentucky gave them a bigger fight last year than we've seen out of Georgia. 5 sacks in the first half for the Ducks is insane. Alright, this one booted deep, and it'll be brought out. Oh, fumble! Picked up! Oh, it's picked up by Georgia! It's a scoop and score on the kickoff! Oh my goodness, that's what you needed! We've said plenty of times, when you need a big moment, call on the special teams. A touchdown for Georgia to begin the second half. Is this now 19-7? That came out of nowhere. And they'll do it all over again. All right, so all that here for the first offensive play of the second half. It's a gain of 3 by Horn. I will say the run game for both squads has been non-existent today. Oregon's offense hasn't been overly that impressive. Just their defense has been so good. But an early 3rd down. Farmer looks short. It's caught. Beautiful job staying in bounds as Farmer finally crosses the 100-yard mark on the day. It's a play fake first down. Had a man in his face. Throws it up. It's incomplete. Second and 10 pressure. It's a screen, though, for Horn. He's got speed, but he's tracked down. Beautiful job. That's Jose Caraway again with the tackle. Now it's 3rd and 8. I've seen this before. It'll be a throw, and it'll be 2 up the seam, and this time they guard the running back, and that leaves Juan Jamerson open down the field. Beautiful play design there. It's now 1st and 10 from the 50. Here we go with that running back motion out again. Up the seam. This time it is to Horn. Actually, that's Silver in the game. Picks up 6. 2nd and 4 now. Farmer looks to the flats, and here's Sidney Azur who gets the first down. He's been so good as a tight end. Now to the 39, Oregon trying to get that touchdown right back. Here's Horn with a nice stutter step, picks up 5, one of his better runs of the day. Short, and nice job holding on for a first down. It's Sidney Azur again. He's played his best games in the playoff thus far. 3 straight games with a touchdown. A lot of clutch catches in the past 2 games. As here's a quick one to Bavaro, who had the amazing grab in the back of the end zone earlier. And Oregon once again is in the red zone. Look at the flat. Look at the seam. Nobody's in the slot right there to cover Davis, who just runs a stick. But they go for it all, and it's swatted away. That was number 20 with the deflection. That is Jose Caraway outside. What a beautiful play. Third and 3. Farmer rolls to his right, has a man in his face, and he can't throw it away. He takes a sack. That's Travis Hicks there, his 17th of the season. And Oregon will take the 3 points. This keeps it, though, a 2-score game, if they make it. It's Putasi, 3 for 3 on the day from left hash. It's up, and it is good. It's 22-7 Oregon. Handoff, what a play. Is that Isaac Ackerman? I think it is, up the middle, number 96. Yes, he was a havoc in the game against us. I didn't show his stats. He had 4 tackles for a loss against us. He gets a nice play there. Screen out wide, and even Oregon's ready for that one. There's Eric Cohn making a play. Loss of 4. 3rd and 14 now for the Dogs. Tufts has to make something happen. He wants a deep ball, and he's got a step, but good safety help over the top. Number 28, free safety, Larry Keene is there. And that's a punt forced again. Georgia's offense has been non-existent today. And Oregon will start this drive at midfield. Farmer up the middle, and he's got a man behind the defense. It's Bavaro again. Touchdown, Oregon. 1 play, 50-yard drive. And this has turned into a blowout. Kick is up. It's good. It's 29-7 now in favor of the Ducks. This has been a shellacking. Tufts, and what's he going to... Oh, he actually gets away from the sack. Beautiful play there. He's going to tuck in a run, pick up 4. I mean, Georgia's offensive line is not really helping him out, though. That was like a free rusher almost immediately. Another blitz, a quick hitter, and again, the secondary. I mean, that's a free rushers. Tufts has to get it out fast, and a beautiful break on the football. 3rd and 6, up the seam. This time is caught, and here's a big play for Georgia. It'll be 84 yards to the house for Timmy Cockerham, who takes it for his 16th touchdown of the season. And Georgia finally scores on offense. And they will go for 2, trying to make it a 14-point game. And it'll be a keeper for Tufts, who leaps and he finds the end zone, but there is a flag down. Right tackle Gerald Wiley's is going to be called for the holding. And we'll see what Georgia decides to do now. They're going to go for 2 again from the 13. I think I would just take the field goal here, the extra point. As they throw it quickly, and actually it works. Kevin Rusnak wins a one-on-one coverage, and actually they connect on the 12-yard two-point conversion try. It's now 29-15. A 14-point game. All right, let's see how Oregon responds. There's DeMarcus Horn, his best run of the day. First and 10 handoff. Horn quickly is smothered in the backfield. Damon Flanagan there to lead the way. Nice job for the captain of the defense, the senior linebacker. Over 100 tackles now in the season for a loss of 1. Second and 11. Farmer short. Caught. But now it's third down. Farmer pressured. Had to throw it anyway. And it's incomplete. A delivered. Nice delivery ball with pressure in his face. But Rafael Davis couldn't hold on. And it's a punt. Now does Georgia have some momentum? After the big touchdown on the last drive from almost the same spot, you're only down by 14. Handoff. McCoon, the freshman, the true freshman that is, from Atlanta, gains 2. And screen works for a first down. Quick pass out wide, gain of 4. Second and 6 handoff. Marco Adai, there's nowhere to go. Third and 5. Probably the last play of the third quarter. You go play fake. Pressure in the face. He can't throw it. Sacked by Matt Zenner. We haven't called his name today. But he finally gets on the board. Last year he had 26.5 sacks, tying an NCAA record in the season. And he gets a big one here to close out the third quarter. Oregon leads 29-15. 1 quarter away from going back-to-back. Can they close the deal? Or will the Bulldogs get right back in this game? Well, they're punting to begin the fourth quarter, so it's not the best start. So rollout first down. It's actually a rollout right into a sack put down by Josh Sauer, the former 5-star from Houston, Texas, with his 7th sack of the season. They'll hand it off on second down, just trying to burn some clock, get something, as there's not much there. And it's the 3rd and 16. Yeah, we've seen this play quite a few times. And it's a first down. Nice throw to number 87. And that is a big play for the Ducks, as they have now crossed midfield. Georgia could have really used the stop there. And now you got to keep them at a field goal range and try to keep it a 2-score game. Screen pass out wide. This one's caught by Juan Jamerson. A little bit of a down year for Jameson. 747 yards this year. Last year at 1250. Second and 5 going for the end zone, and it's just overled. He had Rafael Davis. The Farmer just missed him, and now it's 3rd and 5. As blitz picked up, short first down. As there's Jamerson with it. Farmer, 252 yards, 2 touchdowns for what's probably going to be the #1 pick in the draft. Kevin Farmer has been an animal. If not #1, he'll probably be in the top 3. It depends on if Andy Everett declares for the draft. And right when I say that, right when I'm hyping him up, Farmer gets picked off. Baraka Starr with his 5th of the season. And that gives Georgia right in this game. I think a score might have been the dagger, but Baraka Starr comes up with an interception. I will say Georgia's defense has done all they can to keep him in this game. It's just the offense only has one big play. Standing in his own end zone, Tufts fires. It's incomplete. I don't know what Jamison Figueroa was doing. He didn't come down with it. Free rusher, but it's a screen. Mitch McCoon, and that will get you out of the shadow of your own end zone. But now it's 3rd and 2. You got to capitalize off of the interception. Can Georgia do this? They'll run it with McCoon, and he will get the first down. Just guaranteeing the drive stays alive. But now you're coming up inside. 10 minutes left to go. It's a keeper. Tufts. Tuck, sit, run. Slides down. Picks up 7. Clock will continue to run. As they'll go to the air. It's another screen. A dive. This time it's red. Isaac Ackerman there to bring him down. And for a loss of a couple. And it's 3rd and 6. Empty as Tufts. As they motions a guy behind them, just gets the snap off. And he fires short, and it will be a first down. As Pena moves the chains. Next play, handoff McCoon. Finds a little bit. Spin York will bring him down after a gain of 5. This clock continues to tick, though. 7 minutes to go. You still got time, but you got to start to get a little bit of urgency, you would think. As they want another screen, and again it's red. And look who it is again. Isaac Ackerman with the tackle. Beautifully reads the screen. And now it's 3rd and 9. Tufts has pressure getting through, and he eats the sack. Brought down by Matt Zinner again, his 2nd of the ball game, 12th of the season. Georgia will go for it. This seems like the game right here. 4th and 19. What do you have drawn up? Oregon's just going to bring pressure. They deliver a deep ball, and it's intercepted. Picked off for the 2nd time today by Greg Monk. And it's essentially an arm punt for Georgia. And now Oregon has it in Georgia territory. The Bulldogs get nothing after the interception of their own. And it's 5:47 to go, a 2-touchdown game. Farmer's throwing on first down. It's complete. That was the Oregon. I start running the football a little bit here. And they do with Horn, and he's swallowed up quickly. Flanagan's there to lead the way. Now it's 3rd and 3. You're inside 5 minutes, though. It's Farmer to throw. Can't eat a sack here. He just throws it out of bounds. It's smart. As they will try the 56-yarder for Nick Putasi. A field goal made here would be brutal for the Dogs. This one's up, and it is good. From 56 yards, Nick Putasi drills it. And it's a 3-score game now. 32-15. That might have just been the dagger with 4 minutes to go. Tough eats a sack. Tried to get rid of it. That's the 8th sack of the day. Isaac Ackerman will finally get a sack on the tally. He's got a few tackles for loss. Loss of 5. Now you're inside 4 minutes. Tufts wants to throw. Has some time this time. And he will deliver with a nice strike to Cockerham for the first. Only his 3rd grab of the afternoon. All right, sorry about that, but it looks like Georgia lost 35-22. Oregon is your national champion. Sorry, my wife wanted me to do something, so I had to go help her out. But the Ducks go back-to-back. Georgia looks like did score a touchdown at the end, so I unfortunately missed that, but you probably saw it on the live stream. It was a 41-yard touchdown pass with 40 seconds to go. So Oregon wins the final national championship here in the series, 35-24. They go back-to-back. That's now 3 in the past 7 seasons. So they really are the dynasty of this series. As we get the little notification, because took over as the Oregon coach. Congratulations, they have won the national championship. And yeah, that's probably going to bring an end to this dynasty. Unfortunately, after 8 seasons, we were unable to bring a national championship home. We got really close, obviously, going all the way to the semifinals, but lost to the eventual national champions. So it's a little bit bittersweet. Hate that the series is ending, but it's time we move on to college football 26, in my opinion. With the Delaware Blue Hens in a very much a different dynasty, going with a smaller school. I hate, I wish I could have maybe done one more year, but I just can't. I have a hard time doing 2 series in different games of the same sports, like college football. It kind of bleeds together in my mind. Plus, the interest level is obviously on the new game, so I've tried once with carrying an old game into a new cycle with the athletics franchise, and that's definitely dropped in viewership, and I think that was the same thing would happen here with the Gamecocks if I did it, unless I got like massive support of wanting to keep this series going, then I would maybe consider it. But yeah, we'll probably draw a line with the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty. I'll have the next episode will be the year recap of year number 8. We'll take a look at stats and all that good stuff. And then maybe I'll have one more series finale episode, but within the next week, this series will be over. So it's a little bit bittersweet. But thank you guys so much for watching the live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm sorry again, I kind of cut out the end. I had to go take care of something, but we're all good now. But thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday and a good weekend. If you stop by and you're not, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. As this is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one. Y'all have a great rest of your day.